my review for Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 60. So let's get into this. This is a good episode, very informative, and they're about to be in the game. The game is on, basically, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen within this game, because it seems kind of cheap, and I'll get into that. I'll get into that once. Let me just get to this whole thing. So basically, you can sum this episode up with just the explanation of when it comes to how to play this game, basically. Because Gon and Killa, they end up about to take tests. There's like 100 people trying to be in line and everything. There's other people waiting to see if anyone's gonna come out to see if there's like what do you need to do to win and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is that's all meaningless because you don't have to do any of that. They're gonna review everybody. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter if you're the first one in there or the last one in there. They're gonna review everybody to see where everyone is at, and they're gonna see who's the strongest in there. They want to have the strongest people, of course. They're not gonna just pick anybody. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna test everybody. So they didn't have to really worry about getting in line. So then Killa ends up going in there and demonstrating his powers, and which what he does looks freaking epic. He knows how to just use the electric without the taser or anything. So that's freaking epic. He's gonna be so freaking powerful. I love it. The dude's impressed by how quick he just learned this, and he's learning how he did this, but you know, it's Killa's son. So he's in there. Gon actually passes as well. 21 other people actually have passed all together, and so they end up going into this room to then go into the game. Gon is first to go in after they paper, rock, scissors, puts on the ring that his father had given him, and uses the memory card also that his father uses, and so he ends up going in the game using those items, and once he's in the game is then explained. Now, when it comes to this game, the objective of the game is basically you have to collect 100 items, turn them into cards, and put them in this book, basically. Once you collect 100 items, thus turn to cards, and then put them in the books, you'll win the game, and you're done, basically. And there's basically like this. There's 50 free slots, and there's 100 restricted slots. You have to put all the stuff within the 100 restricted slots. The free slots are just there, you know. And so once you fill all of them, so 100 slots, you'll win the game. But there are restrictions, and one of the restrictions is basically, let's say you have 5 items, right, in this game, and 3 people find the 5 items, or 3 of the 5 items, and they put it into the book. If someone else finds that same item, they cannot put that item inside their book because you can only have 3 of the same items. You basically can't clump up the items together like that, so it makes it more difficult to, you know, you can't put the same items in there, so it makes the game more difficult like that, and that kind of sucks. And the other restriction is basically if you don't put the item within the book within like a minute or so, the item will then turn back into just the item, not a card, and then you can't put it back in the book. You can't reconvert it. So you basically have to find the same item all over again, then convert the item into a card to put it in the book. So you got to be pretty quick with it. Otherwise, you know, you can't be sitting there thinking, should I put it in there? Should I? I don't know. It's still difficult. I don't know. Oh, it's stuck. You know, you can't do that. And so the thing is also, when it comes to the ring, when he puts the ring on, apparently you get special privileges. Basically you get the 2 spells, book and gain. Book is the book where you put all the stuff in to win the game, and then gain is to basically convert an item into a card to put into the book. So that's how it all works when you have the ring though. And so Gon is actually in there, and he's off on the adventures now. So that's basically the end of the episode. So now I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused because this game is a little, I mean, it's interesting, but it seems kind of weird because, like I just said, when you have the ring, you get 2 magic spells because you have the ring. So if someone didn't have the ring, which is book and gain, which is what you need to actually beat the game, how is any other player going to be able to beat the game if they can't if they don't have the ring? It's like kinda unfair unless you can manage to get the book within game. But then how would you be able to convert an item into a card? Because you need the spell gain unless you can learn gain within game as well. But like I said, I'm a little confused on that. If anyone can actually maybe explain it to me, or maybe the translation was a little off to how they explained it or something, then please, you know, tell me. Because I mean, this seems like basically Gon is like the only one that can actually really do it because he's the one that has a ring, because his father. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little cheap. Also, Gon's father ended up giving him a message too. Apparently, he has to find a specific item within the game as well before he can really defeat the game. Even if you put maybe 100 items in there, you need to find a specific item to get into the game, to beat the game basically. And I'm wondering, is that just for him, or does everyone else need to do that? Because it's weird if you have to just find 100 items, which shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, because of the restrictions on it, it would be pretty difficult. Not to mention all the people in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's, like, all those people in the game, they would mess up with the people that go into the game that's fresh, because they took forever and they never completed it. So there's like a lot of items that I'm pretty sure you can't put in the book because all these people in there. So it makes it even more difficult. So I'm just like, this game seems really difficult. I mean, it seems easy, but it's really difficult only because there's so many freaking players stuck in this game because they didn't defeat it or they've given up. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why he wanted to make sure he gets some real people up in here, because these suckers are just messing up the items for everyone else. And also there was like restrictions that they need to do when it comes to contract they needed to sign. Apparently it's the second one. It's the second restriction. Basically, if you come out of the game, anything you have, you give to, you know, Mr. Buttera. So that's what you're supposed to do. Gon don't really give a crap though, because he's there to try to find his father. Oh, on other note too, his father doesn't want him looking for him, and he's not gonna tell him any information where he is. This is not for him to find me or anything. It's just so you can play the game. That's what he wants him to do. He just wants him to play the game. That's like, what the heck? Like, just go with your son, man. Come on, stop being a crap dad. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kirapika's gone, and he didn't say goodbye to Gon and Killa because he needed to focus on the training. Also, Liario is gone as well. He's gonna go do his doctor thing, so we're not gonna probably see both of them for a very long time, which people kept saying. So this is how they leave. So it's kind of sad. Hopefully we'll see Ahsoka soon though, because I'm pretty sure because the Phantom Troop did steal that game cartridge and stuff. So I'm thinking Ahsoka's gonna jump in there, and I wonder how the Phantom Troop is gonna see. I wonder how they're gonna react when they see Gon and Killa in the game too. I want to see what happens exactly. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see it actually. So with that being said, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of the episode. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Hunter x Hunter reviews from me. So with that being said, it's been Thabreakmaster. Tuned in, peoples. My breakers break out.